Well, good morning and welcome to Bike Social. We are here today at Silverstone where the sun is not shining, but the temperature's okay and it looks like it's not going to rain today. So I think we're going to have a good day on track. We're here with three Japanese sports bikes, new for 2017. It's the Honda Fireblade SP, the long-awaited Fireblade. We've got the Suzuki GSX-R1000R, and we've got Kawasaki ZX10-RR, which was new last year, 2016, but they've introduced a performance edition for 2017. So that's got things like lightweight wheels, it's got the Akrapovic exhaust, a standard and an auto blipper, and some engine refinements as well. So the Kawasaki, I think, kicks out the most power, Suzuki second, Honda third, but the Honda's the most expensive, it's also the lightest. We're going to have some really good fun on the track today, and we're going to try it on road in a few days' time to really give you the verdict of what we think of these superb new motorbikes. Good. All right, boys. Well, I've had worse days in the office. Good day out at Silverstone. We've done, what, 6 sessions? 20-minute sessions?
Yeah.
I regretted the 5th after that jacket potato at lunchtime. So I've been riding that Honda Fireblade, the new SP blade. We'll just forget about the price tag for now, but I've got to say, it's the prettiest of the three. Don't you think?
Yeah, for a boy racer. 19 grand though.
No, I think we'll ignore that bit.
It kind of goes quite well with your outfit.
Well, it matched it a little bit. The orange and red, I think, class
Yeah.
it. Well,
I think we all got lucky there.
Yeah, the blue. I reckon the blue is definitely.
all right, you boys are looking the
slicker
part.
colour.
You boys look the part, but I think the blade is the best looking machine.
Look, you got it all wrong, both of you. I was sophisticated. I was classic in black. Classic.
Yeah, you were so understated. We never saw you.
I tell you what, though, that Fireblade is the Honda is the lightest of the three by some margin, and you can tell. You know, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's just, you know, when you're in the corners, you can tell it feels like a 600 getting it down from standing to getting it down and then back up again. And then when you're in sort of flip flop, it's just so easy to move. I'm a big fan. How about your big cumbersome duo?
Yeah, I don't think they feel that heavy, really. I mean, once you got the power on, they all feel pretty swift. But I can't see that it's that much lighter. They're all kind of 600 territory, aren't they, in terms of size?
You're on that GSX-R, which has got a hell of a good engine, hasn't it?
It's fast. It pulls off the line. It really, so you got massive power right from your bottom all the way through. There's no kind of just kick in point. It's like power right from the start.
And Jim, what about the?
I think the ZX10 is putting out the biggest BHP though. I believe.
It's kind of all at the top end, right?
Yeah, well, it's got some decent mid range. And with the lightweight wheels, it's pretty flickable actually. I was loving it.
Do you find it so you have to drop it down a gear to get it revving higher?
You know, there was a little bit, you know, it lacked a little bit when you first get on the throttle in those, you know, in the slower corners. But once you know that thing's lit up, it's gone.
See, that 5x-wire throttle on the Honda is obviously new for this generation, and I like it a lot. I think it's really sensitive. It doesn't give you well, he wants all the road. It doesn't give you, you know, all of that hit, all of that power all in one, but it's really nice and smooth. That power, that, you know, it's not an aggressive thing.
I think the GSX is probably more aggressive than the other two. If you like that style of riding, you got power on tap. The others you kind of have to think about a bit. It's like with the ZX10, all the power's on the top end completely. So you probably needs like a couple of extra teeth on the back sprocket just to get you up in the revs. Whereas on the GSX, you got the power right on, right from the start. Honda's smooth, and you do have that slight time lag.
Yeah.
But I think definitely the GSX gives you what you want when you want it.
Go on then, what would you have? As a track bike, first of all?
That's ZX10.
Would you?
Every time, absolutely. You look stealth-like, you look the business, it sounds great.
Send it to me.
With that, did you hear it? Did you hear how it sounded? Well,
So that's a standard pipe, that Krapovic, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely standard.
No, I mean it's standard on that
model. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
on the performance edition.
Model. Should do my research.
What else you got? You've got lightweight wheels.
It's got the
auto
lightweight
blipper.
wheels, the auto blipper. It's even got a lap timer. Hey, got to have a lap timer when you go around the circuit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, Suzuki's been so awesome for so many years, but sadly lacking in terms of everything else from an electronics point of view. And now that you've got the electronics on the bike, it basically is caught up, but it's caught up with a lot more power. So without a doubt, I mean, if you want to go fast, out of the box, definitely GSX.
But what about aesthetically? What about the looks? What about that big ugly can on the GSX-R?
Yeah, but you'd lose that when you drive it out in the shop and you get rid of it straight away.
For my 16 grand though, I'd want.
Yeah, but who doesn't lose an exhaust, right? Like it's
Oh,
the first
I
thing
tell
you
you what,
change,
though,
right?
Maybe you see automatically you think, yeah, okay, it's the first thing you normally change, but on the Honda, that stock exhaust sounds mint. It's fantastic. Don't you agree? Surely.
No, it sounds good, but it looks terrible.
Nah, I'm not having that. Look, for 19 and a bit grand, yeah, all right, it's priced pretty high, but you get Honda's quality. You get the refinement, the build quality, the after sales. It's a neat looking thing. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased.
It's kind of a little bit boring to ride after the GSX. It's kind of like does everything really well.
The Japanese don't make bad bikes, do they? Really? None of those three are rubbish. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of our 3-bike sports bike test. So we've been at Silverstone on track and seeing how these 3 bikes get on circuit, and now we're going to take them on the roads. We've got a 68-mile route. We're going to do it twice, and it takes a mixture of different types and styles of roads. We've got some A roads, some B roads, twisties, some real suspension testers. We're on the Dunlop Sport Smart 2 Max, our controlled tyre for this test. We used it on track, and now we're using it on road as well. And joining the team today, swapping out Jimmy Doherty, our Superstock rider, is John Orry, a professional road tester. He's ridden pretty much every bike there has ever been in the last 20 years. And Kane Dalton, a former Manx Grand Prix racer. All right, let's get going. I am all about the Honda. I think it's a wonderful piece of equipment for the road. I love it. You get to about 6,500 and it just opens up. It feels like there's so much more there. It makes me smile.
I'm jealous because whenever 3 of you pull away together, you're trying to stay together. You two on these, it must have much better low end because you just go and at that point I'm still struggling to get that thing moving. Yeah. It just needs. It's always Kawasaki's always like it.
Needs a bit of encouragement.
You've got to get through a fluffy bottom end, just not the drive you expect for 1,000, and then it goes bananas. But by that point, you guys are sort of pulling away, and you're like, oh, yeah, got to just an initial catch-up side of things. Yeah. You're always waiting for it to catch up, which is a bit frustrating.
It's definitely calm. The Fireblade's calm and relaxed, and it kind of lulls you in like 0 to 6,000, and you get to 6 and all hell breaks loose. It's like, okay, let's party, we're on. It's fantastic. I love it. And it's just so nimble and light and easy for the roads and comfortable too. How's the Suzuki?
Well, this pulls much better than I thought it would, because the Suzuki's got power straight off, doesn't it? Yeah, you crank it and you go, but you're right in the mirror the whole time. So there's very little in it, isn't it?
We can always split hair. It is like splitting hairs when you get to sports bikes.
They're all fantastic machines. But it always boils down to an attitude. You kind of know with a Kawasaki you're going to get attitude because that's what you get. And a certain kind of rider would want that. They want the slightly rev happy. Just that's sort of what you get with it. GSX-Rs. I mean, I've not ridden this one yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I know, what a GSX-R engine is going to be. They are what GSX-R engines are. And the Honda is the same. You know you're going to get the Honda refinement. You know you're going to get just a turbine engine. But it sounds like you put a bit of spirit into it. And that's what was always lacking on the old one. It was very impressive, but it's just a bit. Oh, come on, I want to be thrilled by a litre bike. And yeah, I get that. The Kawasaki is thrilling and fun, but it is. Yeah, ultimately, I kind of want I want a litre bike which for drives as well, because I don't want to go gaga. Because as soon as you start getting that thing running, the speeds just go bananas. Unless you know, like you say, I didn't ride on track, but you guys saw on track, it was amazing. Yeah. But that's where it's designed to live.
Yeah, the top end. I mean, I found on that one on track is when you're kind of coming 4th, 5th gear, as you start getting into the speed, the corner starts rushing at you because it just comes into the speed, and you pick up speed, and you're like, okay, I'm coming. Get on the brakes again, you know. But that's super fast. But this in middle of the road is really good. It does everything. It does everything well.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that, because the old one was so much fun on the road. Such a good bike. It just needed handling. It needed a bit of weight loss.
It has all that.
The engine was there, and that's what I'm really hoping it is. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
And the front's a lot more compact as well. So, like, you know, normally on the GSX it's a bit longer, right? And you've got to reach a bit. They brought it a lot closer to you, which is a lot better. It feels more compact than it used to. The front of the fairing still feels a little bit sport touring. Yeah. So when you get from that onto that, you kind of go, okay, it still feels a little bit big on the front. But the handlebars are closer to you. The handling is definitely really good for the road. It's soft, it's compliant, it goes wherever you want it to go. I mean, on track it was great. On the road, it's a really good road bike. Definitely a good road bike.
I think the Fireblade 2 is all about being on the road, actually. I think it's just Honda does such a great job at taking all the weight off of it. So it handles so well, and it's nimble, and it's light, and it feels like a 600, yet it's like agile, like a cat. You know, you can just crash it into a turn and get it and pick it back up.
Wrong choice of phrase, isn't it?